Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Browns and Super NFL Wildcard Weekend Wrap-Up Show. We're going to recap the Browns-Steelers game, and the Browns beat the Steelers, stunned them 48-37 at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Browns got their first playoff road win since 1969 and their first playoff win since 1994. The Browns scored 40-plus points in an NFL playoff game for the second time in franchise history, and they scored 4 unanswered touchdowns in the first quarter, and it was unbelievable. It's the first time that's ever happened, and the Browns just dominated this game early and never looked back. Browns fans everywhere were stunned, surprised, and shocked by how well the Browns played in this game, in this wild card game against the Steelers tonight at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. First quarter, the Ben Roethlisberger aborted Puncy, and it was Matt Puncy he fumbled at the Pittsburgh 22, and it was covered by Carl Joseph, and he took it all the way in for the 2-yard touchdown. And Cody Parkey's extra point was good. It was 7-0 Browns, which that one was a fluke. In the second, Baker Mayfield's pass short middle to Jarvis Landry for the 40-yard touchdown. Cody Parkey's extra point is good. It was 14-0 Browns. Kareem Hunt, left tackle for an 11-yard touchdown. Cody Parkey's extra point is good. It was 21-0 Browns. And then Kareem Hunt left in for an 8-yard touchdown, and it was 20. And Cody Parker's extra point was good, and it was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Browns just jumped out the early lead, and they just never looked back in this game. In the second quarter, the Steelers finally scored their first touchdown of the game. James Conner, right enough for the 1-yard touchdown. Chris Boswell's extra points good. It was 28-7. Then the Browns scored their fifth touchdown of the game. Baker Mayfield's pass short right to Austin Hooper for a 7-yard touchdown. Cody Parker's extra point is good, and it was 35-7 Browns. Then the Steelers got as close to the Cleveland 49, and they Chris Boswell kicked a 49-yard field goal. And it was good, and it was 35-10 Browns at the break. In the third quarter, the Steelers scored their second touchdown of the game. Ben Roethlisberger's pass deep right to Eric Ebron, for the 17-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion attempt pass to James Conner was incomplete, and it was 35-16. Then the Browns went 3 and out and had to punt. The Steelers had a fumble and 2 interceptions in the first quarter, and then they had an interception in the second quarter. The Browns had 3 plays for 2 yards and had to punt, and they did that twice. And then the Steelers scored their third touchdown of the game. Which was their Ben Roethlisberger's pass short to Juju Smith-Schuster for the 5-yard touchdown. Chris Boswell's extra point is good. It was 35-23. Browns lead. Then at the end of the third quarter, in the fourth, the Browns scored their 6th touchdown of the game. Baker Mayfield's pass short middle to Nick Chubb for the 40-yard touchdown. Cody Parker's extra point is good, and it was 42-23, and that was a touchdown that they needed. The Steelers scored their third touchdown of the game. Ben Roethlisberger's pass deep middle to Claypool for the 29-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt. Ben Roethlisberger's pass to Juju Smith-Schuster is incomplete. It fails again. It was 42-29. The Browns got as far as the Pittsburgh 24, or I think it was the Pittsburgh 45, I believe, and I kicked a 59-yard field goal, and it was and Cody Parkey's 24-yard field goal, excuse me, and the 24-yard field goal was good, and it was 45-29, and then the Steelers the Steelers had an interception in the fourth quarter, and it was at first and 10. But Ben Roethlisberger's pass short middle intended for Eric Everett was intercepted by Sahon Tataki at the Pittsburgh 48, and then they got as close as the Pittsburgh 37 for a place for 6 yards. They kicked a 37-yard field goal, and it was 48-29 Browns lead. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers scored their final touchdown of the game. Ben Roethlisberger's pass short left to Claypool for the 7-yard touchdown. The two-point conversion attempt pass to James Conner is complete. The attempt finally succeeded. It was 48-37. But they that other field goal that sealed the deal. And Mayfield they took 3 kneels for the last. But then it was just a really that field goal that put it up 48-29. That sealed the deal for the Browns, and nevertheless the Browns win. They're able to run out the clock, and they get the win by the final of 48-37. This was one game. Oh boy, this was a heck of a game. The Browns just played so well in this game tonight, and Ben Roethlisberger just had just so many things going through his mind, and had just this puzzled look on his face. And now Pittsburgh's off season will begin, and it's going to be sort of a questionable off season. They're going to have a lot to do with during this off season. I got to give the game. I got to give the game balls to the Browns. Baker Mayfield, 21 of 34 carries and attempts, 263 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 8 carries, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Jarvis Landry, 5 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. And this was just one of the Browns' phenomenal games tonight. And now, next up for the Browns will head to Kansas City to take on the reigning Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, next Sunday at 3:05. And Kevin Stefanski will be back, and the Browns should get a lot of their guys back from COVID-19 reserve list, and they should be a lot healthier for the Kansas City Chiefs next week. And I have faith the Browns will get the win over the Chiefs next week. I think they can get into this game and really stun the Chiefs next week. So we will see what happens. And I'm looking forward to it. I know Browns fans are very excited. Right now, they are celebrating the Browns stunning the Steelers 48-37 at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and ending their losing streak in Pittsburgh. So the Browns back in the playoffs, moving on for the first time in 18 years. So that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Browns Super NFL Wild Card Playoff Postgame Show. And that wraps up the NFL Super Wild Card Weekend. The divisional round of the playoffs gets underway next week. And I'll be back tomorrow, and I will have a Scott Sports 101 National Championship Buckeyes versus Alabama pregame show. and post-game show tomorrow for the national championship game. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.